Welcome back to the main events of Italian diplomatic activity abroad. Middle East. On July 28 and 29, Italy's Ministry of Foreign Affairs hosted a two-day meeting of the Global Alliance for the Implementation of the Two-State Solution, co-chaired by Italy's Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs Antonio Tajani and Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan, with the participation of the Palestinian Authority's Minister of Foreign Affairs Varsen Hagabekyan. The high-level meeting followed a technical session and focused on reviewing progress in Israeli-Palestinian political process while exploring new synergies with United Nations Security Council Resolution 2803 and the Board of Peace Framework. The discussions took place 1 year after the New York Declaration and in preparation for the Alliance ministerial meetings scheduled for September during the United Nations General Assembly Week in New York. Representatives from 25 delegations attended the meeting. Speaking after the event, Minister Tajani said that the conference, together with the upcoming round of talks in Lebanon, reflects Italy's growing diplomatic role in promoting dialogue and stability across the Middle East. This two-day event, which will be added to the two-day dialogue between Lebanese and Israelis to reach an agreement on Lebanon, demonstrates how Rome is becoming the capital of peace and how Italy is central in the phase in which it is necessary to strengthen dialogue and play an important diplomatic role in building peace in the entire Middle East. On the sidelines of the Global Alliance meeting, Minister Tajani held bilateral talks with Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan. The two ministries welcomed the outcome of the Alliance meeting and strongly condemned the escalation of violence by Israeli settlers throughout the West Bank, stressing the urgent need to protect the Palestinian civilian population. Their discussion also focused on safeguarding freedom of navigation through the Straits of Hormuz and Bab el-Mandeb, as well as strengthening bilateral relations between Italy and Saudi Arabia. Foreign Minister Antonio Tajani, Minister of European Affairs, the National Recovery and Resilience Plan and Cohesion Policies, Tommaso Foti, officially launched Italy's presidency of the US Strategy for the Adriatic-Ionian Region, EUSER, during an event held in Union Camera headquarters in Rome. Italy's presidency will focus on revitalizing regional cooperation, improving transport and energy connectivity, promoting the blue economy, and supporting the European integration of the Western Balkans. An important framework agreement was also signed at the Foreign Ministry to strengthen cooperation between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Union Camere, the Italian Union of Chambers of Commerce. The agreement, signed by Minister Tajani and Union Camere, President Andrea Prete formally recognizes Union Camere as one of the key partners of the Sistema Italia network, supporting exports, enhancing both the domestic network of Italian Chambers of Commerce and worldwide network of Italian Chambers of Commerce abroad. Italy's Under-Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs, Maria Tripodi, represented the Italian government in Lima at the inauguration ceremony of Keiko Sofia Fujimori Ukiuchi as President of the Republic of Peru. Italy's participation reaffirmed the strong historical, cultural and economic ties between the two countries. I conveyed my warmest wishes to President Fujimori for a successful term of office, confident that the excellent relations between our two countries will continue to grow even stronger, Undersecretary Tripodi said after the ceremony. Italy has further strengthened its position as the country with the largest number of UNESCO World Heritage Sites, now reaching 62 inscriptions. Meeting in Busan, South Korea, the UNESCO World Heritage Committee approved the inscription of the Condominium Theatre System of Central Italy, a unique architectural, cultural and civic model that developed between the 18th and 19th centuries in the historic towns of Central Italy. Under this model, theatres were collectively owned and managed by local communities, fostering cultural participation and strengthening social cohesion. Commenting on the decision, Minister Tajani said, "This recognition confirms the outstanding universal value of Italy's extraordinary cultural heritage. Culture is one of the most valuable expressions of our national identity, one of the most effective tools of our diplomacy and a fundamental pillar of Italy's international presence." A photographic exhibition entitled Embracing the Infinite, the Eternal Quest of Giuseppe Tucci has opened at the Chinggis Khan National Museum in Ulaanbaatar. The exhibition, dedicated to the renowned Italian Orientalist, explorer and Tibetologist Giuseppe Tucci, was inaugurated in the presence of Italy's ambassador to Mongolia, Giovanna Piccareta. It will remain open to the public until 5th of August. Among those attending the opening ceremony was Federico Roberto Antonelli, director of the Italian Cultural Institute in Beijing, which organized the exhibition together with the University of Macerata. And that's all for now. Thanks for your attention and stay tuned!